Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here in Facecam for the first time ever. The lab coat's on back order, and it's time to start off a new series here on the channel. Now that we've completed Pokemon Blue, and I am the Kanto League champion, there are plenty more leagues out there, and many other generations and games that my Pokemon have gone through that I want to chronicle in these playthroughs. So Pokemon Silver is our next stop. So if you're excited, I hope you're excited because I am. I want to see how our adventures go. Like, I've already lived them, but I want to see how they go on the channel, because of course things are a little bit different this time around. And just showing you guys where all of the Pokemon in my collection have come from. So if you haven't seen the Pokemon Blue playthrough, it went almost 60 parts. There's a lot of excessive Pokemon collecting and grinding, but that is all done. Whenever I go through the future playthroughs, it's going to be just the main team that I collect in that generation. And you'll see I'm doing things a little bit differently. Okay, for the first time, I'm doing a sort of Nuzlocke style game in a way. I'm taking some Nuzlocke rules and I'm going to be sort of tailoring them to my own playthroughs, my own collection. And I'll get into that in just a moment, but first, let's look at this. Lugia here, underwater on the title screen. I really like this. I think it's going to loop back again. I'm just going to hit enter to go back, or go to the main screen here. So we're going to go into the options first of all, get things set up. I'm going to go fast text speed. I like the battle style to be set, like a Wi-Fi battle. Makes it a little bit more challenging that way. I think everything else is probably good. I'm going to hit, I think that confirms. So before we get started, I'm going to mention the rules of a Nuzlocke that I'll be sort of incorporating in the stuff I'm going to be doing differently. So, first and foremost, when it comes to a Nuzlocke, I think there's three main rules that people sort of understand, but if you don't know them, the first one is you can only capture the first Pokemon you encounter on each new route and new area that you get to. If you fail that capture, you cannot capture anything else. You forfeit your encounter for that turn, so if it runs away, or if you knock it out, for example, or if you just run out of Pokeballs. Now, I'm not going to be using that rule exactly, as you'll see, since I have a decent collection of, I think, say, 20 Pokemon from Pokemon Blue. Those are going to be my new additions to the team. Now, I'm not going to bore you along the way with, in my original playthrough of Silver, I did this, and then I went here and did that. What I want to do is kind of keep it surprising. I do have the team that I'm going to be collecting in mind, because I've already done it, of course. And I'm only going to be adding, spoilers, 4 Pokemon from the Johto region. Only 4 new captures are going to be made in Pokemon Silver. However, I am going to have some older Pokemon coming back, and I'm going to, basically, I'm taking the Pokemon from the Blue playthrough, if you watched it, and you know what levels they're at, basically. I'm only going to be incorporating them into the team when we hit the proper level that the current Pokemon are. So for example, my starter in Silver, once it hits level 15, for example, I can bring back either Jiggy the Jigglypuff, Stinger the Beedrill, or Dratini, all of which are level 15. Anyone above that, I'm not going to bring it into the team until we hit that level with our new trainees as well. So that is going to be a different sort of a thing for the Nuzlocke. The other thing that you can do in a Nuzlocke is, first of all, something I kind of already do anyway, you're supposed to nickname every Pokemon you capture in the Nuzlocke because you build more of a connection with them that way. I've already got a connection with my Pokemon, so there's no problem there. Now, possibly the other biggest thing about a Nuzlocke is, if a Pokemon ever faints at any point in the game, it is considered dead, and you have to either release it or permanently box it in the PC, never to be used again. I find that harsh. My Pokemon are not going to be dying anytime soon. However, what I will do is still incorporate the concept of permanently sealing them away. Think of it more as like a sports star. Sometimes people take like a sprained ankle or a separated shoulder. I'm trying to think about other injuries I experienced in the video game of hockey back in the day. But anyways, so you can take an injury. That's kind of what my Pokemon are going to be doing. They're going to be taking season putting out injuries if they faint, and we'll put them in the box permanently. Won't bring them back for Silver, but they can come back in later playthroughs once they've recovered from the injury. So that's going to be the different sort of a thing for these this Nuzlocke, different than the others. I suppose, what would you call it? A Chazlocke, maybe? Something unique to my channel, unless that name's already been taken. Either way, it doesn't really need a name. We're just going to get right into this now. So those are the basic ideas for this particular playthrough. Let's begin here. Nobody's talking to me. Huh? You woke me up. Will you check the clock for me? What time is it? Okay, so this is one of the first new features we're going to see in Pokemon Silver. As opposed to Pokemon Blue Gen 1, they've incorporated a time system, as well as you'll see a day of the week system. So what I want to do with this playthrough is keep things interesting. I forgot to mention at the start, but I want to make this a Monday through Friday series, so I can sort of speed through the generations now that Blue is over. And I want to sort of keep things interesting in which I will play each episode. Like, I'm going to play 3 episodes a day, probably. And I want to play them at different times of the day, because different Pokemon will appear at different times of the day. So let's keep things interesting. Here it is. It is currently morning, 8 o'clock. Morning, 8 o'clock, yes. How many minutes? It is currently, I should have gone the other way. We're at 37, I'm going to say 38 minutes, because by the time I get there, this might roll over. 38 minutes, yes. Morning at 8:38, I overslept. Yes, I woke up early on Sunday to make sure I can get this recorded on time for Monday's first upload. Hello, sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Professor. This first new Pokemon. This world is inhabited by creatures that we call Pokemon. Hello, Meryl, or Peekaboo. Sorry, enough of that. People and Pokemon live together, supporting each other. Some people play with Pokemon. Some battle with them. But we don't know everything about Pokemon yet. There are still many mysteries to solve. That's why I study Pokemon every day. I don't get out much. Now, what did you say your name was? Now, although we are considered to be technically a new trainer, a new person in this game, I'm going to stick with, of course, my own name. We're going to just picture this as if we're not a new person. We're just rolling into the Johto region. My mother and I have moved to this new area. Apparently we didn't like Pallet Town or something. I don't know. Maybe it was too close to my rival's house. But we are going to go with a new name, continuing the name of Professor Chaz, or just Chaz in the playthrough. Okay, Chaz, are you ready? Your very own Pokemon story is about to unfold. You'll face fun times and tough challenges. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go! Minimize! Wait, there we go. I'll be seeing you later. Yes, that is a nice homage or foreshadowing to the fact Professor Oak will be joining us at some point. Well, not joining, but... So, let's check out what we got. We got the options. We got Playtime 0. Oh, starting with 3,000 bucks. And there's our 8 gym leaders right there. We're not going to look at that too much. We want to get into that as we encounter them. Do we have a potion in the PC? Nope. We don't start with a potion in this one. Interesting. It's a TV. Thank you. Okay, Professor Oak's Pokemon Talk. Please tune in next time. Oh, I just missed it. Pokemon Channel. This is DJ Mary, your co-host. Wait, am I listening to this? Nope, I guess not. A whole collection of Pokemon picture books. And is this a town map? Yep, town map, okay. So, we can see the basic layout of the region here, the Johto region. We'll explore all this stuff eventually. Let's head downstairs and start this game up. Whoa, okay. Oh, Chaz, our neighbor, Professor Elm, was looking for you. He said he wanted you to do something for him. Oh, I almost forgot. Your Pokemon gear is back from the repair shop. Here you go. Pokegear. Pokemon gear, or just Pokegear. It's essential if you want to be a good trainer. Oh, the day of the week isn't set yet. You mustn't forget that. That's right. What day is it? It is Sunday. Sunday, is it? Yep. Is it daylight savings time now? I had to look this up to be sure. I never know when it currently is in effect and not. I know when it switches, but to the best of my knowledge, yes. 8:41 a.m. Daylight savings time. Is that okay? Sure thing. Come home to adjust your clock for daylight saving time. By the way, do you know how to use the phone? Why don't you just tell me? I'll read the instructions. Here we go. Turn the Pokegear on and select the phone icon. Phone numbers are stored in memory. Just choose a name you want to call. Ghostbusters? Gee, isn't that convenient? Thank you. Alright, so do we want to check out the rest of the house? Wait, are you watching anything? There's a movie on TV. Stars dot the sky as 2 boys ride on a train. What would that one be? Probably any movie. I better get rolling too. I'm just gonna grab a snack, Mom. Let's see what's in the fridge. Fresh water and tasty lemonade. Can I start with those, please? I don't have a potion. I would love some sort of HP recovery, but it's for people, not for Pokemon. But here we are in the, actually, New Bark Town. The town where the winds of a new beginning, almost an adventure, the winds of a new beginning below. Yo, Chaz! I hear Professor Elm discovered some new Pokemon. Ooh, new Pokemon. My house. I love how I have a sign for my house. So, much like in Pallet Town in Kanto, we have a nice watery route that we can't access just yet, but something foreshadowing to what we can do later, of course, in the playthrough. Elm's house. Oh, he has his own sign. Nice. Everyone gets their signs in this game. Hi, Chaz. My husband's always so busy. I hope he's okay. When he's caught up in his Pokemon research, he even forgets to eat. I didn't have breakfast yet this morning myself. I'll be doing that after I finish this recording. When I grow up, I'm going to help my dad. I'm going to be a great Pokemon professor. That's me. That was me as a kid. Not really. Professor Ing kind of fell into my lap later on in life. It's a TV? Alright. Can we take your potion, please? Oh wait. Pokemon. Where do they come from? Where are they going? Why has no one ever witnessed a Pokemon's birth? I want to know. I will dedicate my life to the study of Pokemon. It's a part of Professor Elm's research papers. Okay, so let's roll on. I like talking to everybody in towns. You never know when you're going to get an item. Of course, this is early game, so it's not likely to happen. Pikachu is an evolved Pokemon. I'm acting surprised, but of course we all know that now. I was amazed by Professor Elm's findings. He's so famous for his research on Pokemon evolution. I wish I could be a researcher like him. Well, envy will not really get you that far. You have to work for your dreams. Wow, your Pokegear is impressive. Did your mom get it for you? She got it back for me. It was at the repair shop, but I'm going to assume that I paid for it myself from my winnings of the Kanto region. Anyway, Elm Pokemon Lab. Hello, sir. What is your name? So this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? Oh, man! He shoved me! Professor Elm, you got some... I'm not even walking, there we go. Alright, you got some problems outside there. Chaz, there you are! I needed to ask you a favor. I have an acquaintance called Mr. Pokemon. Clever name. He keeps finding weird things and raving about his discoveries. Anyway, I just got an email from him saying that this time it's real. It is intriguing, but we're busy with our Pokemon research. Could you look into it for us? I'll give you a Pokemon for a partner. They're all rare Pokemon that we just found. Go on, pick one. Alright, so this is our time to choose. We get 3 starters in this, of course. We have a choice between Cyndaquil. You'll take Cyndaquil? Well, let's see what else there is. Now, of course, I've already mentioned before on the channel what my style is for playing Pokemon. Here we have Totodile. You want Totodile, the water Pokemon? No, let's take a look at the other one first. And Chikorita, the grass starter of the Johto region. So you like Chikorita? Well, just wait a sec. I want to see what's in the 4th secret option. The wrapper from the snack Professor Elm ate is in there. I honestly didn't know there was anything in there to see. But of course, that's not a Pokemon. Now, I've mentioned before, I'm a water trainer. We're going Totodile. Do you want Totodile? Yes, I do. The water Pokemon. I think that's a great Pokemon, too. Totodile's on the team. Do I want a nickname? You're most certainly right, I do. Yes, we're going to go ahead and nickname our Totodile. If I can get the letters going here. So, it became sort of a tradition of mine to take the water-type starter and go ahead and give it a nickname. Well, I nickname all of them anyway. But nickname starting with the letter S, and I figured since Totodile is known for biting, I'm going with Snapper, the Totodile. Alright, we are ready to roll. Mr. Pokemon lives near Cherry Grove, the next city. It's almost a direct route to there. If your Pokemon is hurt, you should heal it with this machine. And since we're doing a Nuzlocke style thing, that's going to be really useful. Oh, here's my phone number. Call me if something comes up. Elm's number is registered. Alright, so we're about to head out. Wait a second, I'm getting attacked here. Chaz, I want you to have this for your errand. Potion, there we go. Okay, we don't need to get it from the PC. Maybe people didn't know there was a potion in their PC in the first game, so they decided they're going to force it down your throat in this one. Put the potion in the item pocket. There are only 2 of us, so we're always busy. So it's going to save the game up quickly right here, at 2 minutes in. Saving, don't turn off the power. And as we step out the door, right here, you'll see that Snapper and I are not alone in our adventure. Right from the get-go, I went to the wrong thing. Right from the get-go, we've got Shelbert and Pikachu on the team as well. So first of all, let's take a look at Snapper. Looks like he's holding an item too. First of all, he is of course water type. He's at level 5 with Scratch and Leer, and he's holding a berry. You know, we're going to take that item just to... No, we're going to let him hold on to it. I forgot. Held items, of course, with berries and stuff. You can use it in battle. Kind of forgot about that. Now, of course, we see Shelbert, one of our Kanto champions. He's at level 46. Now, of course, I'm not going to be using him anytime soon. I just wanted to have 2 Pokemon to represent the Kanto region on the team, and why not go with the 2 original main Pokemon team members, Shelbert and Pikachu. So you see he's got a Bitter Berry, that's cool. And he's got Surf, Ice Beam, Bite, and Withdraw, of course. Next we see Pikachu at level 49. We could actually use him against the first gym, but we're not going to. He's got his moveset of Thunderbolt, Body Slam, Thunder Wave, and Flash, and he's also holding the berry also. I said also twice. But anyway, the team is ready. Now, of course, we're going to let Snapper get the experience as we head towards Cherry Grove City and see if we can get some interesting encounters against some new Pokemon, perhaps. Route 29, Cherry Grove City, New Barktown. What do you have to say? Are you a trainer? Not this early, of course. Pokemon hide in the grass. Who knows when they'll pop out? Nobody knows. That's the fun part of Pokemon. You're going to wander through the grass and you're going to get attacked. Never? Alright. Pretty sure there's no trainers on this route. Yo, how are your Pokemon? If they're weak and not ready for battle, keep out of the grass. Sometimes you just can't do that, though. It is good advice, however. And we see a number of cut bushes. I could cut my way through to avoid the grass, but we do not have cut, first of all, and we do not have the badge necessary to use cut. So do we have any items up here? I seem to recall there is. Okay, first encounter, which in a regular Nuzlocke really matters, but in this it is just a random encounter of a Pidgey. Level 2, that should be some decent experience for Snapper. Let's go ahead and try out our new Totodile. Looks like 2 more scratches will get it. Could go for the Leer, but I think they can know Growl, maybe? They've changed the moveset for Pidgey. As you saw, it just went for Tackle. It doesn't have Gust. Critical Hit, doesn't matter. But in this game, you're going to see they've actually changed a number of Pokemon attacks and just, what are they going to say? Attacks, essentially. Found a potion, sweet. So, Gust is now a flying type attack in this game, which I always thought it should have been back in Gen 1. I know why they didn't do it, because if you chose Bulbasaur, all the wild Pidgey with Gust would have been pretty devastating to try to get through. But they have Tackle now to make it easier, and they learn Gust as a flying type attack later on. I wanted to take a break, so I saved to record my progress. Good advice. Now, I'm not going to go up there just yet. We can check that out later on. It leads to a route we can't really do too much on anyway. And that's the cut bush. I'm going to skip that. And let's just make our way through. We're coming into another interesting thing, this little tree up here. I'm waiting for Pokemon that appear only at night. Yes, and that's one of the things I was saying. That's why I want to play this game at different times of the day and record it, because it's going to change what wild encounters we will be getting. So, what do we find in this strange tree? It's a fruit-bearing tree. Hey, it's berry! I'll take that berry, thank you. That is currently 1 on Snapper, 1 on Pikachu, and a 3rd in reserve. Jump right into the grass, we're getting attacked by another Pidgey. Sentret, the first new Pokemon in the wild. So level 3, again, should be decent experience for a Snapper. I don't think this thing can lower our attack. I think it has Tail Whip. Look at the laser beams of Leer, I love that. So we lower the defense, we dodge the tackle. Let's see how much the scratch will do now. 1 more hit, we got it. Alright. Tackle does connect this time. I like the more fluid, smooth motions of the attacks in this game too, as opposed to Gen 1. So a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot, a number of people will say Gen 2 is their favorite generation. Me, I don't know if I have a particular favorite. I do have, I will say, a least favorite, which I'll get to when we get to that point, but it is not Gen 2 for sure. See those ledges? It's scary to jump off them, but you can go to New Barktown without walking through the grass. So I'm going to do that on the way back, of course. So if I jump now, I got to circle all the way back through the grass once again. I'm thinking, Kanto. Route 29, Cherry Grove City, New Barktown. So we are here in our first town, Cherry Grove City. You're a rookie trainer, aren't you? I can tell. That's okay. Everyone is a rookie at some point. If you'd like, I can teach you a few things. I'm going to say yes, just so we can hear as much dialogue as we can, keep things interesting. Not that this is going to be interesting. Okay then, follow me. I like the music though. This is a Pokemon Center. They heal your Pokemon in no time at all. You'll be relying on them a lot, so you better learn about them. You just said they heal me. That's all you really need to know. This is a Pokemon Mart. They sell balls for catching wild Pokemon and other useful items. And what else do you have to show me, sir? Route 30 is out this way. Trainers will be battling their prized Pokemon there. Alright. This is water. You can't swim in this yet. This is the sea, as you can see. Some Pokemon are found only in water. And of course, you gotta surf or use a fishing rod to get the capture. And what's this crazy place? Here, it's my house. Thanks for your company. Let me give you a small gift. Map card. That must... Okay, a town map for the Pokégear. Pokégear becomes more useful as you add cards. I wish you luck on your journey. Thank you. Now we can check the town map at any time using our Pokégear. There we go, Cherry Grove City. We're already halfway through the region. Not quite. Guy Gent's house. Oh, he's a very nice gent, isn't he? When you're with Pokemon, going anywhere is fun. Especially from region to region, as I'm doing with these playthroughs. Pokemon gain experience in battle and change their form. Mine don't. Well, some of them do. Pokemon change? I would be shocked if one did that. And nothing else in here. I could listen to your radio, but I've got my own radio and Pokegear. Wait, do I have that yet? No, I've got the exit, I've got the map, and the phone. Sorry, spoilers, but there is a radio at some point, which if anyone didn't know, now you do. Cherry Grove City, the city of cute, fragrant flowers. So, you don't need to heal up, I'm just going to pop in and talk to the people. The communication center upstairs was just built, but they're still finishing it up. It's great, I can store any number of Pokemon, and it's all free. Bet it is. That PC is free for any trainer to use. We don't need it just yet. We are going to get the rest of the Pokemon in the collection at some point. I can start doing the withdrawing to get them onto the team, but not just yet. They're fresh out of Pokeballs. When will they have more of them? Eventually, someday, I'm sure. When I was walking in the grass, a bug Pokemon poisoned my Pokemon. I just kept going, but then my Pokemon fainted. You should keep an antidote with you. Good advice. Yeah, I don't have any of those things just yet. Welcome. I'm going to buy... Let's just grab 5 antidotes. I've got 2 potions right now. And a couple of berries. I forget what the bitter berry does that Shelbert has. I'm going to let him hang on to it for the time being anyhow. Alright, so we're going to leave the mart. There's just a couple more houses to check out. Then we can head up towards Mr. Pokemon's place. You're trying to see how good you are as a Pokemon trainer? You better visit the Pokemon gyms all over Johto and collect badges. Because Kanto wasn't enough, I need more badges. I forgot to mention, you can see the layout off to the side. I've got the Kanto badges on one side, and I've got the bigger version of the Johto badge, which will be filling out and adding to the little layout as I collect them from the gym leaders. When I get older, I'm going to be a gym leader. I make my Pokemon battle with my friends to make them tougher. Now, I'm glad you put the apostrophe there, because if you didn't, it sounds like you make them attack your friends, not their Pokemon. Alright, so I think we don't have any battles just yet. This is kind of more forced experience-ish kind of thing. Route 30 is from Violet City to Cherry Grove. So Violet City will be the next place we get to. And another fruit bearing tree, another berry, excellent. These restore 10 PP, not PP, 10 HP if I recall. Alright, so what do you have to say, sir? Come help me on my way. You know, Pokemon eat berries. Well, my Pokemon got healthier by eating a berry. Here, I'll share one with you. Another berry! Thanks, I'll take that. Healing is going to be very good since I'm doing this Nuzlocke style-ish. Check trees for berries. They just drop right off. And I think it's like every day they'll grow back, too. Now, I could try to stick around these areas and farm up a lot of items and healing, berries and stuff like that. I'm not going to do that. It's just going to be sort of a waste of time. But at level 4, Pidgey, this might be a little bit more troublesome. But I'm going to hold to the fact that generally a Nuzlocke doesn't start until you get your Pokeballs for the first time. Since I don't have them yet, I'm going to say I'm allowed to faint at this point. I could just send in Pikachu, but you know what? Just for the sake of doing so, that was a critical hit. And we eat that berry, excellent. But I'm going to send Pikachu in just to show you, okay, I want to experience what my friend Evan experienced way back in the day when we traded Pokemon before Rock Tunnel, in which Pikachu would not listen to him. I'm just going to go for it. And let's go for the nice light tap of Body Slam. Sorry, Evan. Don't know what to tell you. Pikachu's actually a really good Pokemon. I guess he just didn't like you. Snapper hits level 6 for that. And Pikachu gains a little bit of experience. Doesn't even move the bar. But as you saw with Snapper as he was training up, we do have an experience bar in battle, so you can see how far your Pokemon is before you're leveling up again. Mr. Pokemon's house is straight ahead, but we're going to go this way, talk to some people. If I can speak to them. Mr. Pokemon's house? It's a bit farther ahead. Now here I believe, yeah, we have a battle going on that I can't pass. What is that Pokemon? Looks like Nidoran versus Nidorina. Oh, go Rattata! Tackle! What? This is all a big battle. Leave me alone! I like how the music played for battle, though, while you're talking to them. It's kind of cool. Nice little feature they toss in there. So we're going to head up through some more wild encounter grass. You know what? I'm going to give the other berry to Snapper. Because he did just eat his first one. So this is nice that you gain some levels before, spoilers, the first rival battle of the game. Because it's very helpful. Mr. Pokemon's house. Especially when you're fighting a rival with the type advantage over you. It's a fruit-bearing tree, a poison cure berry. I didn't even need to buy those antidotes. Alright. You could actually keep track of which berries are grown from which trees and just start farming them up. Hello, hello! You must be Chaz. Professor Elm said that you would visit. This is what I want Professor Elm to examine. Mystery egg. Mystery egg in the key pocket. I know a couple who run a Pokemon daycare service. They gave me that egg. I was intrigued, so I sent mail to Professor Elm. For Pokemon evolution, Professor Elm is the authority. Even Professor Oak here recognizes that. If my assumption is correct, Professor Elm will know it. It's Oak! I knew he'd be joining us! Aha! So you're Chaz! Welcome back! I'm Oak, a Pokemon researcher. I was just visiting my old friend, Mr. Pokemon. I heard you were running an errand for Professor Elm, so I waited here. Oh, what's this? A rare Pokemon! Let's see. I see. I understand why Professor Elm gave you a Pokemon for this errand. To researchers like Professor Elm and I, Pokemon are our friends. He saw that you would treat your Pokemon with love and care. Has he just met me? No, I think they said that we know each other. Okay. Ah! You seem to be dependable. How would you like to help me out? Look at me just getting all these chores from everybody. See? This is the latest version of Pokédex. Yes, I will take that. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Pokédex, gimme gimme. Go meet many kinds of Pokemon and complete that Pokédex. But I've stayed too long. I have to get to Goldenrod for my usual radio show. Chaz, I'm counting on you. So I wonder if this is like something new. Did he do the radio show back in Kanto? Did he, commute? I don't know. You are returning to Professor Elm? Here, your Pokemon should have some rest. Free heal, I'll take it. Thank you very much, Mr. Pokemon. I'm depending on you. Now, can I check out your computer at all, just to see what's going on? A whole pile of strange coins. Maybe they're from another country. Is that the relic gold? Can I have that to sell it? Alright, so, not much to check out here. We have the mystery egg. We can head right on back. Wait, maybe a phone call. Hello, Chaz? It's a disaster. It's just terrible. What should I do? Oh no, please get back here now. Quick chirp, use fly. Oh, I don't have the badge for that yet. Alright, so let's just go wander our way back. I like how he says, get back here quick. But we don't have the running shoes or anything like that. We just gotta wander our way through. So, getting some more experience along the way for our new Totodile. See if I can get him caught up to the rest of the team before we get to the lab. Probably not, since we're at level almost 50 for the other two. So, that ain't happening. But of course, every little bit of experience is going to be good along the way. So there's that tackle attack again. Doing a moderate 3 damage. This might drop the Pidgey. Down it goes. Alright. Almost another level off of that as well. We should be able to hit level 7 by the time we get back to the lab. Unless I avoid every other encounter, which I think I'm going to do. So I can hop down this ledge over here. And we make it back into Cherry Grove City. Should I heal up? I'm not going to waste time with that. That's just going to detour us away from our trip. And I have that Health Berry on Snapper, so if something happens and he does take some damage, then wait a minute. You got a Pokemon at the lab. What a waste. A wimp like you. You don't even know me! Don't you get what I'm saying? Well, I too have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. Alright then, let's do this. You don't know who you're messing with, buddy. I'm Kanto League Champion, alright? I'm just gonna step back a bit. You got a Grass type. I remember my last arrival had a Grass type when we started off our adventure together. Difference is, you know Growl. I'm just gonna go ahead and scratch. I think you have Growl, so my Leer is gonna be just offset. That's what the champion does right there. Champion gets critical scratches all day, every day. Told ya. I called it. I knew it. That was my plan. It's like Pokemon and me. Come on, Snapper. Okay, eat your berry first. Come on, Snapper. Use critical scratch attack. Well, 2 out of 3 is not bad. Now, is it going to do the thing where it gives us a critical hit on the last hit when we do not need it? Let's wait for it. There it is. But 3 out of 4 criticals, that's nice. Level 7 for Snapper the Totodile. Almost level 8, I will take that. I have to take that. Rage. But I think Rage is different in this generation. I think you can choose a new attack after using it. Are you happy you won? Yeah! 300 bucks. Cheapskate. My name's whatever you want it to be. I'm going to be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. Alright, see you later. And off we go. Now, it was weird that we saw Chikorita. Wasn't that one of the Pokemon in Elm's lab? It's kind of strange. This guy would happen to have the same species. But whatever, you know, maybe they're like common as Pidgey and Sentret in this area, so I'm not going to question it too much. Let's just get back to Professor Elm, see what he was talking about on the phone, hand him over that mystery egg, and get our adventure fired up. Alright, so what's happening in Elm? Wait, what's going on here? I heard a Pokemon was stolen here. Is this like in that Spider-Man movie where Peter let the thief get away and he was all like, it's not my problem, and now... Uncle Ben? I was just getting some information from Professor Elm. Apparently, it was a young male with long red hair. What? You battled a trainer like that? Yeah, he just kind of left. Did you happen to get his name? Now, I don't really have a rival in the sense that it's someone just, you know, I don't know. I just went with a name that was, I think, from somebody from the anime, but it sounds similar to my previous rival, and this just sounds like a pretty rivalry kind of name. Damien. Okay, so Damien was his name. Thanks for helping my investigation. No problem, sir. Alright, I got an egg for you at least. Chaz, this is terrible. Oh yes, what was Mr. Pokemon's big discovery? Hand the mystery egg to Professor Elm, and he's taken aback by it. This? But, is it a Pokemon egg? If it is a great discovery. What? Professor Oak gave you a Pokedex. Chaz, is that true? Well, that's incredible! He is superb at seeing the potential of people as trainers. I didn't really consider the fact that we've already met Oak, technically, in our playthroughs. Not this particular person, but anyway. Wow, Chaz, you may have what it takes to become the champion. Again, you seem to be getting on great with Pokemon, too. You should take the Pokemon Gym Challenge. The closest gym would be the one in Violet City. Chaz, the road to the championship will be a long one. Before you leave, make sure that you talk to your mom. Alright, so let's make use of the healing. We're gonna go down here, or do I talk to the computer? There we go, heal Pokemon, yes. Them all nice and restored. Now let's go talk to my mom, and we're gonna end off the episode at that. Wait a minute. Chaz, use these on your Pokedex quest. Pokeballs! Yes, alright, we can start capturing more Pokemon. To add to your Pokedex, you have to catch Pokemon. Throw Pokeballs at wild Pokemon to get them. Pokeball in the ball pocket, so they give you different pockets in the bag in this one, which is very nice. It helps keep your stuff organized. I think that's not my mom. No, she's just standing out there. My mom's over in the house. Alright, oh, you're blocking the fridge. I want the lemonade. Wow, wow, that's a cute Pokemon. Where did you get it? So you're leaving on an adventure. Okay, I'll help too. But what can I do for you? I know, I'll save money for you. On a long journey, money's important. Do you want me to save your money? I'm gonna say yeah. Just because sometimes you can get some useful items. Okay, I'll take care of your money. ... Be careful. Pokemon are your friends. You need to work as a team. Now go on! Get out of my house! So what we're gonna do, step outside, you're gonna stand right beside the sign to my home. We're gonna save the game here. It's gonna end off our first episode of Pokémon Silver, 20 minutes into the game. And they give you the, you want to override the save file just in case somebody else is playing your game and they don't realize you have a save file, which is kind of a nice feature. Kind of gets annoying along the way when it's like, oh, I just leveled up, I want to save. Do you want to overwrite? Yes! But anyways, with that being said, Silver is done for the first episode. And like I said, this is going to be a Monday to Friday series, so tomorrow will be episode number 2 as we continue on into the Johto region. And we're going to make a capture, but I'm not yet going to put new Pokemon on, some Pokemon Blue Pokemon on the team. Because as I said, we're going to wait until the new trainees hit the level that we require for the previous Pokemon to be equal with them. That being said, level 15 is when we're going to see our first returning Pokemon Kanto team members on the Silver team. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you for checking out today's episode. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think thus far, what you're looking forward to in the future of Johto, and possibly future generations and regions as we get into those playthroughs as well along the way. So once again, thank you for checking out today's episode. I'll catch you next time.